here today with Mary Hugenberg, who is the quality coach, one of the quality coaches for Childcare Aware. Thank you for joining us today, Mary. We're going to have a lot of good information to share.
Thank you, Lynn.
Yeah, thank you. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the services that Childcare Aware provides?
The Childcare Aware has many services. Do you want services for providers first or for families?
Let's talk about families.
Okay. So the website childcareawareky.org is the best place to go to find resources for families. They could go into the website, and if they go under support, and I'm going to show you on the website here. And you go into families. It has all the information they could possibly want to help them find childcare. There's Benefine is the best place to go if just to find childcare in their area. So they would just go into Benefine and put in the county that they're looking for childcare, and it will pull up all the childcare centers in their county with their all-star rating as well. So it's got a lot of good information. And if you scroll down, it also gives them information on selecting a childcare program. So they really would want to schedule a tour, spend time in the classroom, ask questions. And if you scroll down, it gives you things to download for families looking for childcare or examples of what to look for in a childcare setting. So
those are great
really
tools.
awesome tools.
Yeah.
Yes. And it also gives you facts about the Child Care Assistance Program, which is very valuable to a lot of families. Keep going down. You can even speak to a child care referral specialist, and it has the phone number to call. But again, it also has like other things that you can download for choosing child care. I really like that they have a brochure for looking for child care with children with special needs. And
that's very helpful.
Because it's hard. It's hard to find people who will take children. So this gives a lot of good information on that.
Yeah. That's awesome. I didn't know all this was here. This is awesome.
Yes. Well,
so
this website is, I think it's probably been like within the last 3 or 4 months, they've been really working on this. So we had the information before, but it was just kind of everywhere, but now it's all on one website. So that makes it really
easy to find.
Yeah. So that's pretty much all I have for families.
That is a very helpful tool. Everything all in one place, and looks like even have some scripts almost for parents who might not know or be comfortable with the questions that they need to ask.
Well, I think a lot of parents don't know what to ask. If they've never, especially new parents who've never had children before, they don't know what to look for, and so this gives them a lot of information to help them and guide them through.
Yeah, and things to think about. Yeah.
Yes.
So, so the services that you provide for childcare providers.
Okay. So again, if you go under support, you can go to the providers. Click on getting started in childcare. It just gives you information on that. If somebody wants to start a childcare center, the health and safety coach would be the person they would want to contact for that. So if you wanted to find a coach in your area, you would just click on that. There's a place where you put your county in, and it pulls up all the coaches in your area.
And what's important for people that might not know be familiar with Childcare Aware is that the services that you provide are free.
Yes.
And to childcare providers, and it's not something where it's not a punitive situation. You're actually coming in to coach and support.
And I think that's one thing, if I could get all providers to understand, we're here to support them. We're not here to call licensing on them or get them in trouble. We're there to support them. And I've had so many providers say, once I've started working with them, I wished I had done this earlier. I just was scared. I didn't know, if I could trust you. But then once we build that relationship, it's been awesome. So that's one thing I would want providers to know is that we're here to help.
Yes, absolutely. So look at all the different coaches on your screen there.
Yes. There's a quality coach, which that's what I do. And we give technical assistance related to improving quality in child care centers. And we also guide directors through the Kentucky All-Star Improvement System. So that's what our job is. I do technical assistance on many things, anything from doing TA in the classrooms, which TA is technical assistance. But as a quality coach, I do technical assistance in the classroom. I do technical assistance such as modeling, positive guidance. I do a lot of room arrangements. I do ERS, which are environmental rating scales in the classroom, and then do improvement plans based on that. I help guide directors through the Kentucky All-Star standards, which is a really huge undertaking for directors, but I'm there to support them and guide them in a way that helps them and at their pace. And there's many, many other things that I can do.
And those improvement plans that you do, again, totally not punitive. And so sometimes childcare directors or even providers get confused and think, oh no, I've got this improvement plan and it's like a write-up, and it's not at all.
It's right. And I try to go over that. I do go over that with the director, and I'd like to go over it with the classroom teacher as well. But I just want them to know these are just things to work on. You pick what you want to work on, meet that goal, and then we'll work on something else, because this is the highest of quality. So nobody's ever perfect or going to be perfect. Right. So it's not punitive. It's not like if you don't do this, you're going to be in trouble. It's not that at all. It's just to give them something to work toward.
Yeah.
Well, the health and safety coaches, they do TA on the state regulations. So anything that providers have questions about on state child care regulations, the health and safety coach would be the person to call for that.
And those regulations change. So those regulations change, and so keeping up with that is tough.
Yes, and they're great because they'll do walkthroughs before you have your visit. They help just if you're having issues in classrooms with any kind of the state regulations, they will come in and do technical assistance on that. So they do a lot, and they're really great resources.
Yeah.
The professional development coach is also a great resource. She helps with all the scholarship program. So she guides people through the steps they take to get through that. And she's also great, or I shouldn't say she, there's many professional development coaches, but they help with ECE TRIS. So if people are having trouble navigating ECE TRIS, they are great at doing that. So very, very important resource.
And they support the CDA. If you're looking into CDA, they help provide that information.
Yes, yes. And that's in anything for CDA, for the Kentucky Director's Credential, sorry.
Yes, yes.
And if you want to even go further into school, so they help you get the scholarship for your bachelor's degree. And so anything that deals with scholarship, great resource. And then the training coach, that's not really specifically for providers. That's more for anybody who has a trainer's credential. So if one out there has a trainer's credential, those coaches could help you through that process, even getting started with it, or just ideas and training to take for that specific job.
Yeah, I've had questions as a trainer, and they've been a great resource to me. Just asking, how will this work? How can I make this type of training work? And yeah, getting you started if you're interested in that. They're great, great resource.
Yes, yes. And if you scroll down a little further, and again, you can see you can find your coach. All you go in, go to your county, and it pulls up the coach for your county with their information. And it also has the Kentucky market rate study. So you can, if you're getting ready to start a child care center, or you're thinking about changing your prices of your of your services, then you would just go into this and kind of see what other child care centers are doing at this time, so you can kind of check that out.
That's a great tool.
And then there's some business training that you can take. Just download the information from that for that.
Oh, and that's so valuable. Oh my gosh, because you know, when you go into childcare, you're usually very passionate about caring for children, but that business part.
But the business side, and I've seen both. Either they have the business side of it, or sometimes, and they don't have the childcare side, or vice versa. So all of this information is great for anybody who's operating a childcare center. And then this is a really great resource, the tips and tools page, and I'll go into that. This gives so many resources that you can download and print off for your center. I mean, anywhere from diaper changing procedures to hand washing procedures to transition plans and lesson plans. If you just want to look up something specific, you can just go here and let's see, it's got transition.
This is great because you don't have to reinvent anything. It's there as a resource. There's so much available.
Yes, yes. And I think people really don't realize what's available to them. And like I said, it's all free. So
yeah, and that's part of why we're doing these, is just to let people know, hey, take a look at this. It'll help you find things that you're looking for. You know, it's hard for them to pick up the phone and call and ask questions sometimes. So just having this as part of the summit is a great exposure for people so that they know what's out there.
Right. Yes. And like I said, I just hope maybe even out of this, people will be more comfortable in calling a coach, because it is difficult to trust, and this is their pride and joy, their center, and they want to do what's right, but they're also scared of, like I said, the trust issues there. And I understand that.
Yeah, completely.
And then there's also some online training available through Childcare Aware. So this takes you directly to that. There's several different things. There's a few things that are a little cheaper. So there's but there's some, and like I said, there's a variety. There's some cheaper courses, but then there's also some more expensive, but they're also a lot more detailed.
Yeah. And it's important, you know, a lot of childcare facilities have trouble just scheduling time for their employees to go get that training. And so anything that is available online is a great resource too.
Right. And I know they always like free. So there's one that it's an introduction to the environmental rating scale. So that's a very good, you know, if you don't know anything about it, it's a really good resource, and it's free. So it's something that they may want to look into. So you can see there's several different trainings on here.
That is a wealth of information. If people can just dive in and just take the time now to look and go through it and see what they need, you know, it's all there.
Yes, yes.
And so anything else that you'd like to tell people about Childcare Aware services, and give us some contact information? You've given us a lot of great resources to find things online, but a phone number if someone's more comfortable picking up the phone and calling, anything that you'd like to share.
Right. Well, for me, my information, I'm for Franklin County, but also do Anderson. I do Anderson, Franklin, Marion, Spencer, Washington, and Woodford County. Those are the counties that I cover. So anybody from those counties can call me. My number is 859-246-6831. And my email is mary.hugenberg@uky.edu.
Well, thank you so much. There's so much for people to dive into, and we'll make sure we put the link to the website and the contact information. And just thank you for what you do also. Thank you for the support that you provide.
Oh, you're welcome. I love it. I can't see myself doing anything else. So.
Yeah, you're made for it. Thank you, Mary.
Thank you.